South Africa is very contaminated. Because this is a fact. South Africa, everything there is owned by white people.
He's like, nah, it doesn't work. Okay, flash drive it, open your play. Hola, something else. People are like, we wanna party.
So this is why I kgola batho ba ngata baneng ba batla ho nkwatela ke ga le tlo patala le kwatile kapa le everybody now is going crazy about what am I? What am I? Ona le tole le tsang le special that we haven't been doing. Lona banna, why ona le activity e ngata ka le class mole re se karolo ya yo.
Why are you sleeping
so
on
the
it?
very same people today ba batla ho bolella rona.
Yeah, about the value.
Yeah. But we've been telling you. I'm like, 5 and Shoutouts.
Fanak. No. You were not. You didn't clap hands. Pull up, say jump.
Jump.
And we're back with another episode. We're shooting live from Galitos, Kingsway. This is what we do, man. We love what we do, and we're here to bring you a very special guest. And I'm joined by my co-host.
When you show somebody do what it does, bro.
Yes,
let's go. Let's go.
Episode 1
What it do what it does? Which one? Which one was that one? There's no one. There's no other one. There's no other one. Sway. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Jump Podcast. We're chilling with the best crew out here. Shout out to Nobel Live and Media Lab out here in the back. Shout out to Galitos for the spot. Shout out for the food that's coming in also. Shout out to the crew. Doof, Ralph, everybody who's part of the team, man. And everybody who makes the team happen. Today, we're joined by just energy and just... Hey man, we're already having conversations, bro. Big shout out to 10 also, for telling the things that need to happen.
Yeah.
Bond Lifestyle for doing the hair as well. I just got my hair cut. Yes, sir. Shout out to Bond Lifestyle also.
The hair looking fire.
Yes, sir.
The hair looking
yes,
fire.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So remember, guys, you get 10% off when you go to Bond Lifestyle. Use the promo code JP1.
Yes, sir.
And then you get your 10% off.
Yes, sir.
Today we're joined by a DJ, entrepreneur, electrical engineer, and a multi-award winning artist.
Yes, sir.
SirSchaba. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Gawamwela at the Jump Podcast.
Yes, sir.
I really know that was like the opening line. And
Pull up, say jump.
Oh, jump. I just wanted to write it there. But yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Welcome to the Jump Podcast. I hope we're going to have a fruitful conversation with you. We're really here to pick your brain because you've done so much for the industry and you've been working a lot behind doors and people don't actually know this. So our main goal and our main focus is to link our viewers with people like you so they can elevate their craft, get it to the right people, to the right hands, so they can get the best out of what they're doing. So Ntate, to start things, I just want you to Orifere YME
My nigga, before you do
before you get
to YME and get into the juice of things,
yeah,
I think there's something I've noticed as a crew. I mean, we only meet at set and we're like, oh, whatever, we're outside and then it's not like that, Before we get into anything, I'm gonna ask you, Moja, how are you, my dog? Is he okay? It's been a long week. It's a Friday. A lot of things. I'm working in construction, guys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a different
getting your hands dirty.
Yeah, we're out here working. So just to start off, before we get into the business, before we get into the things, SirSchaba, how are you? SirSchaba, how is it?
I'm good, man.
How's the week been?
The week has been hectic. Week is pananting.
Yeah.
It's been a mess for the past 3 weeks. Been leaving the office around 9.
Yes,
And for the past 3 weeks, 6:30 to 7, I'm at the office already. But I'm good because I'm doing it for the benefit of the whole nation. So
shout
at
out
the
to
end
that.
of every day, I sit back and say, you know what I'm doing is going to change a whole lot of people's lives. So that's what I live for.
Shout out.
Big shout out.
Yeah,
10, how are you, my boy?
Man, it's been a week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's been a week, man. number one heat wave. Yo, guys, yo. Khwafisa, dog.
Yes, that's great.
Khwafisa, you know, like, but hey, we staying hydrated. We minding our business.
Yes, sir.
Mind your business. And yeah, we keep on pushing, man.
But I want to meet hydrated.
Hi.
Don't worry, we got the sauce. The only thing we use here is sauce.
It's all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
I think coming to me, this week has been crazy. No doubt. I'm experimenting with something like, you know, I love like Boma woodwork and whatever.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine just put me onto a project that he's doing. He's like, yo, pull up, because I work from home usually.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, pull up, let's come do some work. It's nice, you know, it's coming in easy.
Yeah.
I love the heat. Everybody who loves winter, go off, go fall off somewhere. Because you can't be like this.
I'm with you on this
big
one.
shout out. You can't be looking like this right now.
In winter.
It's outside, it's looking pretty, bro. So you can't even say that. But anyway, I think now that we know where we at, the crew will tell us now more, you know, maybe after we get our food and stuff. Yeah. But for you guys good? Big shout out. All right, now I think now you can get to the tea, man, and like now that we know now where we are, maybe we're all level-headed, go fella. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I know. My question to you, SirSchaba. Well, I wanted us to have a conversation, but you know, we gotta break the ice first. Like when you started YME Tunes, what was going on? What was happening around you? Like the landscape of the music scene, and you know what? Let's have our own digital platform.
It's a long story, man. Okay, I spent half my life in South Africa, schooling, working. As you correctly alluded, that I'm an electrical engineering technologist. I was working for Eskom, of course. But I've always had music in my head all the time, you know. You know, one of those things when you, but for me, it wasn't really about my parents. Also, I wanted to have something, not something to fall back on. I've always been intrigued by science, you know, trains, planes, bridges, all these things that always, you know. And of course, I had to do one of those things. And of course, I went to study in Bloem. I was already staying in Bloem. Worked for Eskom, top achiever there.
Shout out.
Shout out to that.
You can go to headquarters, man, in Megawatt Park in Fourways. But performing in those years. You know, but at some point I felt I wasn't fulfilled, you know. I wasn't doing what makes me happy. I was pushing somebody else's dream. Who's this somebody? I don't know. What's the direction of this person whom I'm pushing his or her dream? I didn't know that. So I wanted to do something that defines me. So in the core of what I've always wanted to do is make a change. Be free. Live my dream. Be happy. You know, and one of those things that really took me to a space where I felt much, much more comfortable and really being myself was music. Has always been music, you know. So I was always intrigued by the idea of music can actually take us somewhere. Because when we are happy, we sing. When we are sad, we sing. When we are in the bathroom, we sing. When the food is nice, we sing, you know. So it has always been that phenomenon that's really getting me intrigued all the time. So I thought, man, I'm already in love with music. I'm a DJ, a top-notch DJ, of course.
Let's go.
So I knew from there that I needed to be involved in the music space, now full-time. Now this was a question of deciding to leave Eskom and focus in the music industry. So that was the first difficult decision that I had to make. Of course, music won eventually. Now there was a secondary part of being involved in the music space in South Africa or in Lesotho. Now I think this was the most difficult part because now I needed to forfeit everything that I had in South Africa to come start in Lesotho where I did not even know how I'm going to survive, you know? So the reasons why I needed to start in Lesotho is that South Africa is very contaminated. Because this is a fact. South Africa, everything there is owned by white people. Everything in the music space is owned by somebody. The narrative is not controlled by people who give us the
music,
the face that they've got it intact, you know. It's not. So I said, in the quest of me being happy, I cannot stay in South Africa and leave Eskom where I'm earning well, where I have cars, I have house, I have a wife, I have everything, I have kids, you know, and go work for another man. You know what I mean? So now this became another hurdle that I had to go through. So I decided, you know what? I will do this. I will do it in my hometown. I'll do it in my home country where there's no such thing as a music industry. I know there are big names. I know I get sometimes a little bit carried away and controversial when I say there were people before me that did wonders. But they didn't do wonders for the industry.
That's facts.
They made things for themselves to happen for themselves. They carried their names up there. They also messed up their names up there to come crashing down. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now the idea of me coming back to Lesotho was come back home. Let me get a team. Let's build this thing. Let's have people that we have same idea, same vision, you know, to carry the country forward, not just ourselves. Because I knew there were so many people who were more talented in terms of delivery of music writing, music producing, music playing, and stuff like that.
The whole creation of the...
Exactly. So my idea of coming back home was to say, okay, let's go back home. Let's get a team of people, like-minded people. As they say that great minds think alike. So I've always had this thing out. I'm one of those great minds. So I need to get another bunch of great minds so that we can see Lesotho 10 years down the line, 20 years, 30 years, even 50 years down the line. You know what I mean? Sharp. 2011, came back home. Everybody was thinking, SirSchaba, you're crazy. Leave your job, what? Why are you leaving electrical engineering for music? Everybody was telling me, I said, okay, sharp, I know,
And I'm trying to
I am for it. I am for it. That phrase, dog.
But
it's demotivating.
I think also, despite the source and the energy it carries, it's also justified because of the experience. You know what I mean?
But it does not mean what happened to you that also happened to you.
We can literally not project it onto the next person for sure. That's fine. But I was just saying, like, hey, Motacho Mvalo, so many people have been trying. You know what I mean? Hangata, it's not from a place of discouragement, fail. It's from a place of, love it. You have a good thing going. You know what I mean? The grass seems to be greener where you're from, which the side was like Eskom for you. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes it's well intended, but I understand what you mean.
Now, in my opinion, I feel like haiba ukilatsa maya tseledi eche.
Yes sir.
Mbontshe hore na ske ka hata ka.
Yes sir.
Ntataise o ska go nna.
Ba o ska tala
so. O ska Lesotho. Like be okay fine Lesotho is like him if you need to kiss ass, this is the ass that you need to kiss for you to fetele kan ka. O ska re because you're not helping me grow, you're not how to see mentally you're not helping me. So don't discourage
make sure out.
So fast forward I came back 2010 December. So 2010 December, that was the song I used to love very much, Quiet Storm. I think Quentin Harris or something. So like December, I wafi like motho itswela Gauteng, le makaya, ke makaya, you know, sharp, ke pakile koloi across Good Times Cafe then, Mane Victory. Sharp, so ha ke tsamaya ka tlase ka mo. Hai o shapa Quiet Storm ka odimo kara. Ke give him barrier dalang Quiet Storm makaya, you know. Ke Quentin Harris. Yo, ke ra bona wa nyewa mas. Sharp. You like a rasha ra. How you there was this dark skinny guy, you know. He hoid I can't get Quiet Storm. He played Careless Whispers, the bootleg you know? So like, who's this guy? So I can make Mekonko. Oh, by the way, shout out to Mekonko. He was the first guy to actually book me. My kind of
Shout out.
So that's my boy. That's my boy.
Big shout out.
Sharp. So Katamela Mekonko. Kevin, who's that guy? I know Kikopa. Okay, Kirano.
Yeah, sharp.
What is
Sharp? Hey, Baba. Sharp? I know. So the first impression here, musically, when I was now coming back home full time, after Iraya, you know, there was this young boy, dark skinned, Kikopa. After he played his set, went to him straight up. Or like, my guy, I like you. You know, you did the shit. Like, oh, SirSchaba. Serious. Of course, he's known me forever because I created you know. So the guys have been following my work. The gig is because like every year, I was actually, every December, I would come home, a gig, and then go back. Sharp. So Lena, we were excited. And from there, then it became 2011. 2011, February. So reduced to I'm fit. Nakinale idea yaka ke ho bale like a one-stop music house where everything the value chain ya music ikaofela you can find everything from production, from management, from recording, from publishing, from gigging, from events, everything, you know what I mean? Okay, sharp. So this is where the name was already there. Young Musicians Emporium.
Yes, sir.
YME.
Okay, that's what
so I sold the idea of this one-stop music shop to Kopan. You know? Unfortunately, Kopan was interested on the event
space.
You know? You know what? I won't really sell him something that he doesn't understand. Let me just focus or pick his brain on what he wants us to work on. So February, I remember he would say, we are going to have a gig that is going to change the face of outdoor eventing in Lesotho. Remember 2011, there were no outdoor gigs in this sponsor either the two telecoms companies. You know what I mean? So what do you think? Kiremaseru beach party. Let's throw a beach party.
Yeah.
Why beach party? Because how na beaches on Tibelo. So we actually had an argument to a degree that Habula dictionary. And how shall definition ya dictionary? Any place besides water. In a little shrubs, and everything. You know, I want to so from there, we started getting excited to say, now how about Barebesh? Because Batune Barebesh, beach party, but who said it's on to be because Honaga Makabiga Metia thing, Hotela Center, the artificial shards, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that was the birth of beach party and seeing Hori Kopano was actually a beautiful soul, my brother.
Yeah.
And 2011, February Maseru Beach Party idea was born. And it was followed by the execution of the first Maseru Beach Party in 2011, the biggest party ever. And so for the 4
in terms of finances.
But what's hona le ntho batho ba sa utlwisising hangata kapa yo batho hangata ba imisang hona ntho di tswang perception ke ntho wena we createang go batho ba o shebe ka tsela e itseng.
Yes, sir. You build a narrative.
Go hona le tjenana le batho ba bangata ntse ga ba kopana le nna tse ba this is the guy who brought Masego Beach Party. This is a famous guy, you know. How about the pain that I enjoyed
definitely over a period of years, for sure.
But we were happy that we had put ourselves more as a pioneers of what outdoor eventing should look like,
Yes, sir.
what a concept should look like.
Yes, sir.
Because I've always been particular, ideas come and go. But concepts, they are whole. So how in the eventing space, Kapaule promoter, you always need to look for value proposition, because when you have an idea, or build a value proposition from there. Go, you can talk to your event, but a lot of people bushfire next year.
Yes.
This means Jigs
concept is sold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jigs the concept. You must listen to Jigs Habuaka bushfire. This is why the mini theme. Bushfire, catch the fire, he talks to that thing as if it's him, it lives in him. So that means the value proposition of bushfire as a concept. And this is why Jigs has gone to for 15 to 20 years. You know what I mean? I am trying when so that is what I have always had. And then to say, how to buy beach party beach party.
Yes, sir.
Then there was more of other concepts that we were pushing, like a night of sushi, you know, women of substance. So all the things that we worked on, we always had a value proposition to say, this is what we are selling. We are not selling names. We are not selling who's performing. We're not selling 10 out of 10 because watches, you know what I mean? So you need to be working around. So this is the space that I've always wanted to work on when I'm my brother.
And be
so exactly. So this is what makes SirSchaba. Today, I still want to work around things that, and you must also know in business and in English.
Yes, sir.
Continuity.
Yes, sir.
And sustainability.
Yes, sir.
You can have a million that's in late. But it also has how late.
Yes, sir.
Understand? This is why I can over the years. How na go kila ukwa kile famous batho ba ntlanyetsa haholo be nne so to ke wile. I've always been consistent. Tele batho ba ntse bang ka yona tele batho ba buang ka nna from 2008
till now.
Today. Yes, one.
Yes, sir.
This is why I've always been able to cater for a certain market and niche. You'll never find me playing a piano. My brother, I play deep soulful house. Which is I cater for that. Hage susuke pressure okay. Se ke tlameha ke be famous ke dlale cash content. No.
Taishe.
Do you understand? Hakina pressure. I do have the songs because my children play this music at the house. You know what I mean? And
you know what's happening.
do you understand? We have fun about all these things. But now, at the end of the day, when I sit, SirSchaba, I know my value proposition. Value proposition like is gay house. Okay, I know the name.
Gay house.
No. We know
the origin of house music.
Yeah. So this is my value proposition, my brother. This is why I always tell a lot of people how wambuka udulabo mokgotlo nko it's a straight up. La ka go mpatala ha ke batla 10,000. No ke to fa 10,000 ke ga mokgotlo. I'll pass. For a simple reason that karolo e kgolo ya people that are grooving in mokgotlo don't listen to my music.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not in a bad way, but I'm saying it is also important for my brand who is misrepresented.
Yes, sir. Because how about that fail?
Eh, na konto na la mga tlabo sa tlile. Hey, Hotman akobari. Akoba etsetse, you know. And then also na le o tie ngwe fele minda Wait,
This actually happened with somebody recently, ne?
Yeah.
So, popular DJ, actually. Popular DJ, and now part club owner.
Yeah.
I don't know. He does a lot of things. That hot man, yes.
Yeah.
So recently,
So
my
what
boys,
you're gonna tell us is gold.
Yeah, no, just gold.
Okay.
So what happened was, he hosts. Actually, he just took over the space, ne? The club, all for food. You guys know the spot. So he takes over the club, and then before the club, for the first part of the year, some of my friends were playing. By Origin Music have been playing music there every month end with the Origin Music Champions.
the
bringing in your Southern areas, bringing your Pokoyaboras, bringing like nights with these people. You know what I mean? So the first month he gets in, he does this thing where they try to incorporate on the night that the session was supposed to happen. He brings his event to the club because it was raining, right? Okay, he does that, and then when the guys who are on the lineup, the session, because we are in live music, when I went into like the live music scene, they start playing music and he does this thing where he's like, you know what I mean? And I've seen him do it like before, like one time. They're still playing. You just checked. You gotta check out for like maybe like 15 minutes. You're trying to play your music. He's like, nah, it doesn't work. Can you flash drive it? Can you play? Hola, something else. People are like, we wanna party. And I'm like, that thing. If those guys or him being in the spot with them just ruined the experience of him. And it's something that he did because enough for him, it's all about the groove. You know what I mean? And I understand what you mean by not getting into a space where your brand is misrepresented because for Sahara, badly. I can't expect you to understand the music that I'm going to play in a place that's not going to cater for me as well.
So it's very important, This is why now I got into being in Lesotho, where there are no bookings, where people are constantly hammering the issue of this thing, their music is not going to work. So now that thing also now keeps knocking SirSchaba. You're not just an ordinary guy. You know what I mean? Yes, you need to think beyond what ordinary folks think. Yes, you know what I mean?
That's the whole point.
2012, this is where now I started thinking hard to say, music, you know. Now this is where now I started getting more into copyright.
Yes, sir.
You know, I needed to check out the copyright status quo in the country to say, but where are we now? Because this is the space that I was already envisioning the bigger companies to come into Africa. Because there's nothing you can do in America now, musically. There's nothing you can do in Europe that's new. The only space that you can do anything and something new is in Africa.
Yeah.
Because of our diversity in terms of cultures, different cultures, language.
There's so much to explore.
There's so much to explore. So now, I was sitting in the space where now, okay, sharp. These people are coming to Africa. There's no way that these people are not coming to Africa. But when they come,
what do we have to offer?
Where will I be? You know what I mean? So now this is where now you need to start seeing things ahead. You know what I mean? So I said, okay, in terms of copyright, in terms of the musical space, where are we as a country? Sharp.
Copyright 1989.
Now I'm a DJ. I haven't really started hard into production.
Yes,
Jaman DJ. But copyright protects her whole and deals with people that produce or people that create. You know what I mean? So now I have to multitask. Also look into what the legislation or that piece of legislation caters for in that time. You know what I mean? Sharp. So I became part of the people who mobilized DJs to say, but guys, you know what? Our copyright law of 1989 provides for what is called the Lesotho Music Rights Association, which is a mother body of all the musical activities in the country.
That needs to form at some point.
Exactly. So we need to be affiliates of this. So let's start a Lesotho DJs Association so that we can be affiliates. And that time, there was actually a big clash between Batwa Lesotho Music Rights, Batwa Music Wafamo, Bane Balwanta the DJ, you know, a big what. So guys, let's plot a coup against those guys.
Yes, sir.
Let's form an organization, Yarona, with the numbers that we have. How is your AGM Okamu? Let's go hijack it. Because they can do the numbers. Then we elect our people. Then we take over the Lesotho Music Rights Association. Now we become part of a bigger body which is called Les Cause. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sharp. That was 2012. We started Lesotho DJs Association, but things didn't work out. 2014, 2015. Hi, ndere sokola ka hasela fetoga lapa masego beach party ya re monya ra. Hi, you know, how big grand. And people are starting to say, re le ga mojwetsa SirSchaba hore ya ke ba pasa.
Wena ka tloa Jozi.
O ka tloa Jozi. Wa tswela live e mnata, wa tswela koloi tsentle, wa khutlela tlalemo ebe ke re. You know what? If this is a cause that I have to die for, then I'm ready.
And you're killing it.
Because look, when you make a difference, Batumba 4. Hell, my brother. You know, sharp. 2013, I met Signature. In fact, 2012, Kikopanali Signature. Blind. Wa producer. Ke vila ke ya wena ke mo rekisetsa hando ke sa itsebeng le nne ke sena le ntwa ke rekisetsa ke kopana le Signature, you know, but ke mo rekisetsa wa tsa ke invite one day re tlo ba di superstar one day re tlo pop a re jwang Hotman ke re no a re spot o tla bona
Yes, sir.
ke re look, we have collaboration e kotsi uhlana o chesa ka production ha ke chese ka production, but I'm a brand, I'm established.
Yes,
This says sharp. You can produce your music and then I start pushing your music. Some of the music I'll have input on your music you create, and then we start collaborating more. That was when our first sequel or mixtape came about, 2014. So I remember I had so I read mountain grooves. So I conceptualize. No, but you know, nice time. Imagine more doing, you know, opulently. Good shot. Opulence.
Opulence.
Like tail.
Yeah, Opulence. Lesson 1. So that's how it was born in 4 ways.
Yes, sir.
May his soul rest in peace. Yeah, Bad Boy T. So 2014, Opulence came about. Now when Opulence came about, now we were caught up in a space where how are we going to sell this product? And kana kwela di taba tsa Spotify le bo ene di so be popular haholo ne sentse di le teng, but this you know Spotify ne se le siko kana kwene le iTunes le tse ding bo ya track source
it was Fitlimo, but it was there.
Okay.
But the
2009. Yeah.
Inesi le hona ha bo yona mono ne ntse so ka ba e basha ine so eme ka thata kana when people were talking track source, Napster, all these other platforms. You understand? So yona it wasn't really Wabon? Sharp, ebe ke ho outie naka. Ke you know what? Naka ha ke rata tšhelete. Ke batla re create a space where we will sell our music. This was 2012 still. Wabona before re tla mo ne sentse re ntshitse jwa le feletse conversation ene ntse ke bua ke ha re se re ntshitse, but e lo conversation la tla qala khala rona, how do we do that? Ebe ke go Signature ke re another way ke tlo ke ratang ho sebetsa ka teng ke na le ba khotsi ba ka ba bangata ba ntshetsang gore I had learned this ho tloa ka bo 1998 ha ke etsa the events, because ka every birthday party ene ke etsa ba khotsi ba ka would come in numbers, you know, 300 to 500, even 600, you know, ke re bona mfana get, let's start selling to these people in my circle, because bona ke sho ba tlo so that ha re exhaustile
this thing
Mo
go
rona re
across.
reach hunting.
Yes, sir.
Then we can start thinking ka tsena tsa makgowa, because tsena tsa makgowa ha re tlo etsa tjhelete. Wa bona? Sharp re ntshitse album ra tkalella ho e rekisa ka nnete, old di disc jwalo ka style something ya khale, you know. Ebe the idea ya hore re ke rekise on our own platform that we have control on. Ya hola ka hloho, wa bona? So this is 2012, 2013, you know. And then 2014 I met Stunna. Since ke na le ntwe bitswang YME.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, musicians Emporia.
Stunna kapa megahertz.
Megahertz. You know? So I met Megahertz, then Lena ka mrekisetsa toro e tshwanang, you know. And kana go eno una sena ntho tse ngata haholo. So nna ne sentse ke na le ntho tse ngata tse ke di tsebang, ke na le batho ba ngata, you know. And ke le motho a dumelang hore you not just start where you are.
Yeah.
You cannot be dreaming about Lamborghinis and Ferraris. You was not like 600 things, you know. So I was that person and a believer. I've always been. Let today, take a believer hore. How nzo dumela ha o tsebe. Ha ngwaneno ke tlo mo papa mahlankena le million. Ha o tlo ba le million ho ha. You know what I mean? Hey, mo popa ka ntho tse nyane, mo ise bo maqadi ka o mo ruta sound tse fapaneng tsa ha o lahlela lejwe ka metsi. Mo le shalo
that's game.
How so ya mo ban deep nyana le go you know exactly.
Let me write that down.
How so ka pele ka go mo rutile ka pa mo rute bo you know how besa lejwe overthrow, you know street throw, underthrow, let's sound tse fapaneng. You know what I mean? That's where you are kana go ye. Do you understand?
You can only afford Majanyana for now. Let's just
let's
stick to get on.
You know, mo just sound tse fapaneng. So ke ne ke le da ke go Stunna ke ra utsaka re tlo shoot music budget music video got this shoestring budget e renang le
Yes, sir.
and yona ntwe e renang le yona
What was his biggest song at that time?
Mogo.
Okay,
You know?
right, bad, yes.
Mogo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I came up with the concept, the script, wrote the script, and we were all happy conceptualizing about it.
Yes, sir.
So actually, it actually was one of the earliest songs that already dale Mzansi, not Channel O, but KZN1. KZN1.
I see,
You
I
know,
see.
I personally drove to Joburg to submit the song and multi-choice and SABC.
Yes, sir.
Remember kala kwele inentse na le so difference sharp ya radio edit and the original.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So remember they still had that scample that nigga
Yes.
what. So the word nigga ka hara yona. So ka ba ba le di techniques tsa gona how are
How
we
do you
going
blend
to
that
filter
part?
how do we go to filter that part? Especially pineng e sentseng e le biki.
Yes,
Hakalo wa utlwisisa. So it started pushing him haholo a qalella ho ba sharp. But now the idea in Ekinaliona was not to rua megahertz. I always said there's a line eki ratang ya pineng we ya jaba ring things that Modimo promised us.
Yes, sir.
Ne ke sho jwalo ho Stunna mehlana ke ra mfethu. Those days are coming. Those things that Modimo promised us. Diatla.
Yes, sir.
Hantle kapa hampe. Sharp 2015 2016 so the idea now ya hola ditoro tsa ka le nna di a hola now ke na le ntwana ene e tshesang tuku pela ka mo
He's tough.
you know
Yeah.
so now I start traveling to South Africa. I start breaking into different compartments now at the music conference music space you know ke kopana le magrotmane ba mona bo sa ba boneng hangata bo sa ba boneng TV.
Yes, sir.
But by that decision
Yes, sir.
wa bona?
Yes, sir.
So 2015 towards the end ebe mogotsi e mongwe ka o tla ho nna hore he monna o bone hona ntwe bitswang Global Entrepreneurship Summit. It's a conference of entrepreneurs that is hosted by the American president every year. Hore monna hona le Global Entrepreneurship Summit that is coming next year, 2016, July. And this year they are focusing on tech startups. You know, I think your idea would suit you. It suit hantle ka hare ho space seo the conference theme ya teng le monsenana. Okay, sharp ke 2015 end, ne? December I started writing a business case. Yeah, YME Tunes now. Now this is the birth of YME Tunes, the shop. So now there's YME Music, the sister company, and then the shop becomes part of the bigger thing. Yeah. And Sharp wrote a business case. This is how I want the shop to work. With other shops, there's what is called an aggregator and a distributor. So basically, in the value chain of music sales, there's you as a music creator, there's a distributor, there's an aggregator, then there's a DSP. In this case, DSP would be digital. Digital
streaming platform.
Streaming platform, DSP, yes. One understand. So in this case, it would be SirSchaba, maybe DistroKid, and then there's an aggregator, then there's a shop. So okay, with these 4 people, there's no way it's unchallenged. There is no way, my brother.
Everybody has to eat.
I don't care when internet in Molebari. Over 100%. I've always asked people, 100% of what? Over 100%. Over 100% of what? Because this person doesn't control this one. This one doesn't control this one. This one takes his share. And this one will take his or her share. So, for a smaller economy like ours, we don't need these 2 people. I can so much get music was direct.
Yes, sir.
So this is the business case that I presented, and my business idea, and all that I wrote. And boom, February 2016. I think it was 2023. Email. Congratulations. Like what? Congratulations, you have been selected among the top 100 business startups in the world. So you're going to Silicon Valley for the conference in July. This is where now you're going to make Bo Mark Zuckerberg, all the greats to Silicon Valley.
You flew to the States.
Yeah, man, to Silicon Valley.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Accent.
It's a different one. It's a different league now.
Hello.
Okay, I flew to Silicon Valley. It's a different level. You're not making airs. How about all?
You know what I mean? So yeah, sharp. 2016, July, I flew to Silicon Valley. All the tech master heads were there. I remember I had a one-on-one with Mark Zuckerberg in 2016 in July. He asked me, when is this how you think? For sure, yeah. Definitely, because in the next coming 10 years, between 5 and 10 years, mobile money is going to be the biggest thing in our small economies in Africa. That was 2016.
Yes,
so Mark Zuckerberg was wild. What I heard, but I put out. But you know, why don't you so cool? How do you see it? Because in the States, the States, people embrace beautiful ideas.
Yes,
this is why there are both Airbnb, there's both Google, there's
Uber,
there's all these things.
every
so
single
all
app.
these boys were there. So I had a chance to have, interact with them. Like some of them one-on-one. It's just that I don't even have pictures. Barack Obama. I don't have those pictures because
you met him.
At the end of the day, yeah, of course.
It's a different one.
Presidential.
My fellow Americans.
Who poster? How chinchi?
Experience, yeah,
I
yes,
can take it so cool, but get to do like a break like I want to get Max Zagabe, I mean, doesn't serve. Do you know what I mean? So sharp. Silicon Valley, I met all these guys, baking already friends, baking Bahotile Bona. Now, baking the contacts that I established there, Tusa, Tokyo, like Turkey, all these other places, London, Lona America. I still have friends be Bantuzang, but the biggest benefit can some guy that we met, Udula Kenya. and Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
So came back home. Hell, how feel high? The two telecoms. The two telecoms now did not understand into
Yes, sir.
So there's no way because the two telecoms
they have the monopoly.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Kana go ngwa se le monopoly motlhomo ba batla go thusa batho ke ne ke le ka pele haholo mo bona ba neng ba bona teng ha ke re ke batla mobile money o sebetsang ha bobebe o feta credit card so ne ba sa utlwe na ha SirSchaba o ntsa reng but ha ga ba tsekisa 2017 ya feta 2018 ntse ba sa utlwisise gona API hai no re rekisetsa company e kgolo motlakase tlisa ntwe ya go housetse yona ka hare o tla re bila ke no ke yona ntwe ke sa e batleng I want my system to be independent ke batla system ya rona le system ya lona di buisane so that ya rona yetsa mosebetsi wa yona ya lona yetsa mosebetsi wa lona you get your share there
You service
you know what I mean yeah
Yes, sir.
kana tila re nkana go telele majita until I think 2020 when we were offered that platform both telecoms re le batho ba pele ba ho pilot mo di mobile wallet tsa bona di patadisang on our system so yeah it's been really a long journey now ha tloa he jwale re qala ka scale se tla so hlaya kana gwena now Spotify's rife is big
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
you know so when o kala classman o kala o le Lesotho hell jwale o kala o le
Consumption ya content.
exact wa so o kala Lesotho batho tsa hai SirSchaba ona na o hlala SirSchaba ona na wa tseba SirSchaba o ja batho you know 50% e ngata jwale ke okay sharp gona re charge 50% but there's no aggregator there's no kere how much do you think you get le today batho ba ngata ntse ba sitwa wa rabela potso you know because now big DSPs would take around 35 to 40% more. They give this one to this one. This one takes his share. Give it to this one.
Yes, sir.
This one takes his share. This one offer. So I can safely say the biggest part that you can get of your money is between 12.5% to 13%. Not more than that. So when I get 50% straight up, over 50% down,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, that was the long and short of YME Tunes. So this is where we are at the moment. We just invested over 500,000 on it. We are just finalizing the touch-ups now. We've launched in Swaziland. We will be launching in Botswana soon as it's done. And hopefully second half of next year will be in Tanzania and Kenya.
That's great news.
Yeah, man.
So Basotho bona he Mosotho hi and then I want to get my music there. How do they register? How do they put their music into YME Tunes?
Ke 200 fela registration. The anam. Then re dila lo ena direct.
Okay.
Ha rena aggregator for a simple reason that there are people that cannot afford what I can afford. There are people who cannot spend 5K on a song.
Yes, sir.
There are people bantseng ba recorder ka 180 kae bo khubetswa.
Yes, sir. The next big heat is coming. Yeah. Somewhere in the trenches. Shout out to G-Flags.
So the philosophy okay sebedisang ko hore remember the Nigerian movies. About 2001
Yes, sir.
or 2000 opola na quality ya teng ne le jwa
Yes,
sir.
but una le batho ba di ratang tse di le jwa
We watch them here.
exactly so le quality e makatsang e di pineng hona le motho a e ratang e le jwalo
Yes, sir.
this is why now re tlose aggregator because aggregator how offer distro kitty pina ya hao but o bolela ai wena monna se ntwe ka ba ga e publish
That isn't the cover
but
price.
hona le motho a e ratang e le jwalo
Yes,
so
sir.
this is why the biggest advantage
Yeah.
the biggest advantage that comes with YME Tunes now we are accommodative to everyone. The quality the only quality that we are worried about you know what I mean? From
radio
the
edit.
music how the way o tla ngoleka teng re tla o isa bathong ba hao o le jwalo.
The way you want it.
Exactly.
So the app there on like Play Store?
Yeah, the app is there on Play Store and
Apple.
And
Apple
Apple.
Store.
Yes,
Apple Store.
detail, my brother, detail.
Oh.
It is just that jolo ka ha ke chulo ke re hona jwale tje. Ka ha hona jwale tje na sekele mnat. We're taking our time. We need to now go. We understand the technicalities of competing with big boys. So we don't want to go big scale. We want to shoot up there now. Form partnerships, and one other thing I can something we hope about partnerships, you can only forge partnerships and relationships when you are at the top. It's also we. So on our legend, we already having conversations with Bo Kumisa. This is KwaZulu music, with all the Maskandi catalog music. Yes. And remember the Maskandi music is the biggest music in the sub-Saharan region. Even when you check out the report, IFPI last year, South Africa was the biggest contributor in terms of growth, the music globally, by overtaking the Korean pop.
Yes, sir.
And
K-pop was the biggest one.
K-pop.
Exactly. K-pop was the biggest genre.
They did. They did overtake. With growth around 34%, and Maskandi contributing around 27% of
that's crazy.
So it's big. So Maskandi how to lawisha, but you don't get it on this other platforms. So that's the conversation now that we're having to say. But guys, this
how do they make their money? Where do you consume it?
Exactly. So this is the advantage. But now they go to the internet. I always say there's nothing wrong with the internet. But first and foremost, you need to understand, but who put the information there? What intention? What interest do they have? Because internet, information
absolutely.
As we stand, my brother, YME Tunes is there. It's coming back. It's probably will be launching maybe January.
And now I can see an advantage. The thing, the YME launching. Les course. Les course, ne?
Yes, sir.
I know.
Touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject. But I wanna tap on it because I'm not focusing solely on the organization itself. What I want to tap on is the information that the organization is portraying. I'm a business owner and speakeranyana distance now I'm using his music to draw people
for promotional purposes.
Yeah. So I want to know from your perspective and from your knowledge, how is it going to be?
What does the bill say?
Yeah, what does it mean?
What does the legislation say?
And then somebody from the Skosa Washa or you're using this to sell this.
Yeah.
So how is that conversation gonna go about?
Okay, by the way, I was the first chairperson
of Les Cosa.
Of board, Les Cosa.
It's not a regular one.
No, I was the first, my man. I was the first. And I really fought so hard for us to push government to now putting the 1989 law into perspective. You know what I mean?
I have a paper on that thing. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, kadi steps. Definition. Royalties. Kita bua ka Sotho. Ke ditsiane tseo bahlahisi kapa baqapi ba lokelang ho di fuwa bakeng sa tshebediso ya bohlahisi le boqapi ba bona ho matlafatsa kapa ho etsa tjhelete bakeng sa dikgwebo tse ding. Yes. So from that alone, you need to understand you are selling shoes. O batlang dipineng. So that means o batla ho matlafatsa kgwebo ena ya hao ya dieta.
Enhancement.
Jwale o sebedisa pina ena ya monga yona. Ka hara definition ho thwe ke ditsiane tseo bahlahisi ba di fuwang ka tshebediso ya mesebetsi ya bona.
Yes, sir.
Akere. So how kala ore wena o rekisa dieta tloela dipina rekisa eta tseo tsa hao le mo haeba o rekisa jwala bo ba hao le mo but how kala o letsa music it means wa tseba go jwala bo hore bo tsamaye go batho ba tla so I have to play music. How kala o jwalo fela it's a different conversation altogether.
Yes, sir.
This is not even an option. Ke molao o jwalo and in international law.
Yes, sir.
Not molao wa Lesotho.
Yes, sir.
So this is why ke gola batho ba ngata ba neng ba batla go nkwatela ke ga le tlo patala le kwatile kapa le tseya because nna ke re ke le motho le today ke ntse ke tshwara ebile ha ke tlo swaba hore if that's the cost that I have to die for creators to be respected and get what is due to them, I'm ready to die for that.
Because I think the worst part about our small economies is that they will support every other endeavor except the ones that are there. If we're talking about it, construction, but our construction about Shapo for every gig they do. Whatever they do in the hospital. Pehang is okay with getting the money they do. But as soon as it comes to having a conversation about the musicians, about the person who paints, about the person who creates the film, key issue, what do you think the thing comes from? What do you think it takes for me to get into studio, to pay for studio time and create the song that you listen and continue to use? You know, it's okay for me to sell alcohol and make money, but for you to pay for the money that you're using, with a value,
I think it's a matter of people need to start understanding how entertainment
the
takes
value
effort. It has a value. It takes
and
effort.
also about I just want to be controversial. There's this guy who's in the country now. Hold your fire, kapa. What am I? Sharp. Everybody now is going crazy about Wodemaya. Wodemaya especially that we haven't been doing.
It's so crazy.
But just because
it's so stupid.
Wodemaya, we say who about LTDC, but
yes. Yeah. He literally said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tourism. There's nothing. Wow, what am I? My brother. But everybody's going.
How long have you been creating content, bro?
Cover
content. How long have you been creating content?
He's creating so much millions.
And it's crazy, you know,
guys.
The conversation they're having, that's so messed up, ne? I have a friend of mine who's like, we left Zim, and then she just came back. She just got monetized recently. But she's been like living that side for the longest time. What it is for, she's been here. At the hub, she was okay. You know, she understood the landscape. That's what about working on content for archival purposes. You know what I mean? She understands it. Okay, the content and it's making her money. And she's been selling the Zim story for a few years now because she's been in Zim. So what out high and she's coming back now. She's like, okay, I feel like high, there's so much opportunity that you're sleeping on. And I'm like, bro, do you know the value exchange? When I get into whatever, let's say I'm scripting a show, an episode of anything, and I shoot it, or I go to an event and I shoot it. You know what I mean? The value exchange here, the problem is not me. The problem is the consumption of it. It's but to want to consume it, and it's that thing. It's all you want to consume it for free. And YouTube. And YouTube, the reason is that the big companies here don't understand the platform. They understand the platform enough to create a video with one creative and put it up there, but they don't understand they have to pay for Google Ads for us to make the economy work for us. You know what I mean? So it's like now all of a sudden, and literally everybody is creating content. Sharp, we've been creating content. But now it's like, you've been sleeping on yourself. What have the creatives been doing? But every single time I'm like, subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
How it was easy. Every time I'm like, watch the Jump podcast, you don't understand. Every time I'm like, yo,
Subscribe.
there's a value for what you take. How you le malitunyane unka video, how you le guide. They don't understand.
It's fun.
Yeah.
What's over that team?
Yes, sir.
But batahonna, banjeta kamalitinya.
Yes, sir.
When I'm at the value, Emalitinya and Leon. I'm like, guy. Babana Malitinya and Lindy.
Yes, sir.
I was there.
Yes, sir.
15 years ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The value, yeah, hore. Petrol, who says petrol,
Yes, sir.
Convert at some point, Masako Beach Party. They paid. There were tickets of 500. Then in Ridley Samzans. But one about Ramzanzi, Hassan about 2 second accommodation. The proposal in Ten and Reading Mola. Cana Koye, Canero Bato Baba. Herlona. One day the boss is Salona di Tole Lelek and he because Barry. Lunabana, why on an activity at Hakaleka small?
Why are you sleeping
So
on
the
it?
very same people today,
Yeah,
and
about
like,
the value.
Yeah. But we've been telling you.
you know,
That is going to be the thumbnail.
for real, like, come on.
Yeah, we've been
Well,
telling you. Been there.
Then we were not going to pay.
Yes,
I
sir.
hurry. Rebele, but wrong. The back in the court blind.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But
Oh,
wasn't Bushali.
Yes, sir.
Kababele ka do office in the court.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
This is why I want to let all corporates, all companies want to be part of Malitunya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There are so many beautiful, noble ideas.
Yes, sir.
And I can't tell it you, Basa battling who he hook. Go tell it about Sanatim Bafana Kayona for charity.
Yes, sir.
I get when I look at Banka podcast in a podcast in by Hoodisa.
Yes, sir. They'd rather wait for us to blow up in SA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Babata saying in
They're like, do you have the numbers? How do we have the numbers when we don't have in the... I can't afford the camera to shoot, bro. I can't afford the... This is money.
Yeah, but shout out to Galitos though. They believe in us. They believe in us.
You know?
So what this is now baile batho ba sa utlwisising. O baile people who don't understand creatives. You baile batho ba nahanang creativity o ya sekolong lo rutwa hoba creative. There's no way. When I'm on the creatives, ntona o tswala le yona. But how na yona?
Yes, sir.
You
Can
know,
be denied.
I got 2013.
sir.
I attended a science week, Moon.
Yes, sir.
There was a kid, what about it? Una intse project ya ntlo. E o phounelang a founela ha high. Ha motho a fihla le si. Be gate ya bule, le mamati ya bule. Ha dula ka kitchen, I mean ka sitting room, TV ba pale. Ebe o tla mo fumana sa kene ka tlo. I did that project for my degree.
Yes, sir.
Wang understand?
Yeah.
Ntwane, una bala go standard 7.
Yeah.
Magona it's
LSMC.
exactly ntwe nna neng
Yes, sir.
Do you know the difference between nna le ntwana ene leng? Nna ke sebedisa di-term. Abo
sir.
di-dials,
Yes, sir.
indi. Ntwana ena ha tsebe ntho tse ntse ke di buang. O
Wa
jwetsa
tseba
fela
ya
hore
etsa.
ha motho a fihla
Yeah, late.
gate ya ka ya utlwa go sa fitile hobane e tla ha ka ta o feta di-line tsena tse ke di beileng ebe di-gate tsa ka di a utlwa gore jwale o sa fitile ebe ya kwala ha gate ka ta gore kgato le mati le a utlwa gore gate e se kwetse le a bule
Ebe go swala ka.
exactly ha ka ta o dula sofa ya utlwa boima bo se bo le teng jwale e bulela TV that kid, that's creativity.
Yes, sir.
Na ke kile ka coachwa gore ke tsebe gore na mona re sebedisa di-term dife so mona ke batla ho ya teng ke ne ke batla hore batho ba dutseng ka di-officing tse tshwanetseng di thusa di-creatives ba tshwanetse ba utlwisise tshomo o tsebe ke pale o tsebe
The tail.
batho ba baholo ba tseba moo e tshwanetseng e fele teng mosimodi a tsamaya ho na le mareng mosimodi a tsamaya a kere ntle o ka hlong ya ufa ha ka la tsamaya you fa hantle picture and motho ono wa tseba gore the exact place mo tshwanetseng a tshwarwa do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Asa ya skolo skolo ha se o thusa go be creative so o thusa fela gore creativity e o kgona go i-package o kgona go i-name o kgona go i-beya ka di-section tsa kere e tlo gare ya ga ke ta mo hlaba ka thipa ya ba o tswa madi ya ba ke tshomo ka matheto But create the anticipation.
Yes, sir.
At the second episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. And most people go to after for that. They go to.
Naturally, kelello ya motho le pelo ke rhythm. Hona janga ka for 2 hours o ke ba kgo. Hona le motho.
Yes.
Kelello ya o jwetsa mo tshwantse mo change. So this thing naturally for creatives it is.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So re beile batho be reng ha ba tshwanetse ba interpret into hand.
Yes, sir.
They don't.
Yes, sir.
This is why they will wait for you to have 5 million.
And then also come on.
Ebe ba tlo butla ba dictate.
Stop sleeping on it, bro.
So what am I?
Believe in.
Hona jwale tjena na ke is a ke darling ya Basotho.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
God.
Ha etsa anything e mohlolo.
He did that. He just arrived and he went to the same spots you guys go to.
Yeah.
Se tsa re buang ka tsona tsa
Listen,
di poster.
bro, let me tell you this. Now I'll tell you this, like about this guy. Yeah? I follow what am I? I follow like 4 different travel bloggers. There's 2 of them are Nigerian, and then there's the Ghanaian one, and then there's also Abotswana. Okay, these people all fail. I'm a content creator. Of course, I consume a lot of content. I saw this before. He talked about it on his channel. I was like, okay, from the moment that Lou like, hey, yeah, I was watching, and then he's like, okay, I'm coming down. And then he posted about it, right? I sent him an email, and I'm like, in my head, right? In my head, let's be fair and honest. When you think about what this person is in terms of, what's it, YouTube Black, we're talking about things that nobody here cares about. Like, nobody cares. Oh, this guy is part of YouTube Black. He's part of the biggest content travel creators ever. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. It's just that they're like, Kimang, oh, famous. Oh, okay, Oting. Oh, Bon, what time at the tab? Oh, okay, sharp. Nah, that's cool. Sharp. What bearing in Kobo? Oh, young. Ebonono. Oh, lovely. Okay, sharp. But they don't understand what it takes for this person to become here. I sent an email. I go to his about, and I'm like, okay, dear Wademaya, ideally, there's a landscape for creatives in the space, right? There's people that are going to be there, who you're going to have access to, because when I learned to a Switzerland entrepreneur where he's like highlighting people who are like have money and working hard or whatever, I'm like, this makes so much sense for you to come, okay? Because there's so much, obviously, that we have to offer. But at the back of my head, I'm like, not a single creative, you know, that I'd want to see him with is on there, except one. Okay, there's only one, TK Ntebe, because TK is a travel content creator. He's somebody who's actively watching and consuming your content. If there's any person who's ideal for you to collaborate with or to guide you on the industry or on the landscape of Lesotho in any way, is this person.
TK,
right? Yeah. And then we come and here we have people who are like, okay, I'm like, specifically, Ntate Mashala. There's people who are now creating content. Ntate Mashala. Advocate Mutari is there, is creating content. I'm like, I didn't know you do this. This is you stuff. Okay, lovely. I'm seeing everybody pull out their phones now and take out content. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm seeing people like, okay, there is Sherlock. And I'm like, okay, Sherlock is good because he knows what he's doing. Give them a shout. Right now, the drama is Les Editors or his company actively works with people coming into the country and takes care of them. He's the perfect person to handle this. But Rona Hayatullah is like, why is this person hanging out with the minister? First of all, I understand that most tourism boards will literally hold him down or whatever. There is an entire beef on Facebook, on the official site, Lesotho Tourism, that basically says, we are taking care of this person. And the person actually taking care of him is like, no, you're not. Stop lying. He's like, he called them out on his name. He's like, stop lying on my name. What do you mean you're taking care of this person? Yeah. That's because LTDC doesn't mean you're taking care of this person. So the right people who are supposed to be taking care of these people, you know what I mean? We are content creators. He's a content creator. Yeah. He should be having a conversation with somebody honest enough to give him the truth. You know what I mean? You are a prominent Facebook person. That's a different thing, bro. You do not care for this person or for whatever he does. And you go back to posting the same things and trashing the same content creators that you guys are right now radicalizing to be Mandela.
So, you know, this is why I what's even turning a decision.
Yeah. Oh, it took me, some time to get you.
You know the space that he got from and more and all in thing through Diamond.
Yes, sir.
What's gonna Diamond?
Yes, sir.
And I have blatantly came out and said, guys,
you have your badge. Diamond standard right here. Yes, sir.
You know, I love what you're doing. You remember I even pitched my idea of collaborating.
Yes,
but guys, another bigger picture.
Yes, sir.
I think I love what you do. I think this is a small space that I think you because I'm so honest. This is why batho ba ngata ba sa nkutlwisise because ha ke tlo ga o etsa ditshila e be ke go etsa ntweng ha ino ga o sa chase be ke go wa chase no ha o sa chase ga o chase simple as that.
Facts.
Do you understand? So a lot of people, my brother, God, I don't even know what to say because re na le batho ba dutseng dibakeng tse ntle tse ka thusa and I say this all the time to say let's do my gold mine.
Yes, sir.
And at the lowest hanging fruit is young people. Young people building the content creators by its antoyo by ratang every day.
Yes, sir.
How should go by monitor?
Yes, sir.
How but baba hulu in terms of government positions and positions of power and influence. But luna ke luna ba etsang what you guys are doing. Making sure that you guys have money, making sure that you have sponsors, making sure you have partnerships and all these things. If we born positions of influence, they can create platforms for things like this to thrive.
Yes, sir.
Imagine that.
And it's as easy as put the money in. Oh, give us the ear. Give us the time of day to have that conversation.
I was part of the people by name Bale Karolo ya Peace Up. Peace Up private sector, what representation, the MCA. I was part of that. Team meaning Itusa, the Americans to put together what the MCA for the Compact 2 going to look like. You know, so I was there representing creative industry and stuff. So the Americans actually wanted to invest in creative industries in Lesotho. But it's simple. Are you sure this thing is viable in Lesotho? Yeah, oh hell yeah. But give us the numbers. It's the biggest ever product in Lesotho. Show us the numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How when that Stunna is the biggest thing? Show us the numbers.
Yes, sir.
How show us the numbers. We couldn't do that.
Yes, sir.
So now what we proposed was let's have 3 multicultural creative centers, South, Central, and North. Personally, I wrote a concept note. Yeah, to say Ntate, my America Santa Rona as a collective, re sitwa ho ba kgodisa. Mpo be hlo ya hao ka mmuso wa hao paneng fela hore ke tla thusa la ka ra etsa one creative cultural center e le nngwe. E le go batho bana ba tle ba hahelle ho dimene eo mmuso wa Lesotho hore o tla etsa.
Yes, sir.
Ntate ona sa utlwisisi na ntse ke re.
Yes, sir.
Kore you go to places like Mafikeng, Ntate yana wa bona wa khale. Did Mabana Khale in the 80s. Mahua did the studios at SABC Khale in the 70s. You go to SABC studios today, they're still relevant.
Yes, sir.
Why can't we have such?
That's crazy.
That's
big
crazy.
Question. But talking about this, we've been shooting for like 2 hours now. Thank you so much for the conversation. That's crazy. No, wait. I just wanted to ask him a question. That's all. We're still going to continue with that. But I'm going to tell you, it's been 2 hours. Because we started shooting like around 7-ish, 7:30-ish. So my chat was just, like derailing ya off ramp. In your personal perspective, top 10 artists, Bakasi. Or artists like I see, ranging from prehistoric times. People that you've experienced either post-mortem or pre, or currently living, who are your top 10 musicians? Who you're like, okay, for me. Because I want us to just like let's see now if we're enjoying the same things. You know what I mean? Also, I feel like people experience the art space differently. So you can never you have a different perspective. So
sure.
And it also doesn't mean that the people who didn't make the cut are whack or whatever. We're just saying your top 10.
I think there's a kid called Nico.
Sir.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
What does he do? What kind of music does he make?
Lounge.
Yes, sir.
It's very mature.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's amazing. He's amazing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That boy.
Yes, sir.
God.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
Purple, the group Purple. The
signed
twins.
under you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Those are the only artists I've ever signed in my whole life.
Yes,
So Skendela Mamela Ditongi Tsawe ke ja batho. Ke signed the artists. I only signed that group.
Yes, sir.
Purple.
Yes, sir.
The different Klepa, yes.
Definitely. A legend. Most deaf.
There's another one. Where what about Siuda? It's a beautiful musician. They're about his undercover somehow.
Yes, sir.
The signature. Signature is amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Sannere, definitely.
Yes, sir.
How so totally originality.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Yes, sir.
Like
A conversation.
Yes,
sir.
He would start throwing in mantra manga tata fela so to like guy.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Kulo. Yeah.
Kulo is fire.
Too much.
Yes, sir.
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra is an amazing musician.
Whoa.
She needs to come back from her hate. Yeah, she needs to come back.
Why the matter you get the telephone?
Okay, fine. Let's go.
Continue.
Mapule.
Mapule was amazing.
Mapule ukoti.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Mapule is, go check out. There's a track that she did with Commando Ops back in the day. I thought it's the French title. But she's just one of those ladies, Baneba, first vocalist to ever actually incorporate herself, the scene. Either it be with like maybe Zagro DJs or Commando Ops specifically to Amaje. You know what I mean? And she was she's a great vocalist for sure.
And I did a song with her
Yes, sir.
in 2016.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you that song is still one of my highest royalty paying songs even today.
Yes, sir.
It's called Change. You can check it out on YouTube.
Oh, it has a music video.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Is it the one in the Channel O? Because I think the first time I saw you,
Channel O.
I'm one of the people banally the biggest catalog on Channel O.
Yes, sir.
I used to hear like I used to see you on TV. I'm like,
I'm one of the people banally one of the biggest catalogs on Channel O.
Replay value, ne?
Yeah. So
alright.
there's a kid called Kubas. Katabile Makuba Kube. So beautiful vocalist, beautiful songwriter.
Yes, sir.
Guys.
Also, I'm here, like, there's no Sankomota, there's no Tepotula, there's no Lomile, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. Of course.
Preference. You know, now I'm very particular in terms of my style of listening.
Yes, sir.
Kibata the variations how be. You know, there are stars that sing where they are safe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pina Kaufela, you know, all the music.
Play around.
They know, but you need to play around. Mapula can do amazing things.
Yes, sir.
Mapula kaukala like moon. Ibe how and how metisa wa khohlela. But then I wabina effortlessly. So yeah, I think top 10 in Yaka, Bana Bekiba mentioning. I think
they're pretty solid.
Yeah,
that's
solid.
All right.
Correct. I am dying to have a concert where all these musicians I've mentioned
But
they
you know
can
what?
get to play and not with a backtrack, but live.
With a live band.
But I think
put it together.
you'll do it.
Yeah.
You'll do it because
Let's do it together.
the conference. You put in the conference. You started like a music conference. I don't know when it started, but
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how is it going? And like artists coming through, are they listening? Do you see any change like from 9 years ago to now from what you've been preaching?
Hell, what's about? Motho a mpentileng, ke mo tshaba letswalo. Because ntho e kentseng ka hlong ya batho ha e kotsi blind. Ne ke na le phoka ya bo. Oh, shucks. How can I leave phoka ya bo? No way. That boy is amazing. How can I know? Ke motho. He's so soft spoken like Kadi LMA. He's like, hey, Rodman, you know what? Hi, nice. I look who jaja ola telanto tse batho ba ntse ba di bua strategy. So go hona ona tjena na ke iphanna go re ha ma Rodman was pana, you know. So taba e ntlisa mona moneng ke re a lot of people have been saying ke ja batho.
Yeah.
I have orchestrated a lot of gigs. I've put so many artists makamona on.
Yes, sir.
But ke sa bui, ke sa jwetse batho. And today I'm still not going to say
But now we gotta get
who
into
did I put on?
Okay.
Kai
There's too
le
many
Kai.
counts.
But ke ne ke batla hore tsatsing lena I'll put it straight up hore. When Vector got the Ambitious Records deal, I was working with Megahertz. I'll just say that.
Yes, sir.
When Vector got the Ambitious deal,
yes, sir.
I was working with Megahertz.
You said in the
know
thing
it's
straight.
We're hearing rumors. We come back. If you feel like there's something you need to say, then come back to the show.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Hey, when I first attended, when I went to Mushito, when we had a call-up for Lesotho artists to showcase on Mushito. Now this is the African Premium Music Conference and Market.
Yes, sir.
I orchestrate these things. You know? But I hardly come out
Yes, sir.
because for now,
Yes, sir.
but for me is seeing the dots tseo ke di kopantseng kapa tse ke leng ka di beang qa ile nngwe ya ba di a kopana. For me that's a win. Go ke tshwana le apparent. Batswadi ba rona ha re hloke hore re ba fe tjhelete to show gratitude.
Yes, sir.
Like, we just have to be successful.
Yes, sir.
Then they are happy.
Yes, sir.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So conference. 9 years when we started, people were like, no, SirSchaba, Ntwena. I remember we had a sponsor at some point. What company we hold. One of the artists went to the company and said to the company, no, SirSchaba, actually, this thing, so my question was, because I advertised this thing,
There's no money.
The caliber of people that I bring are people that you do not see under normal circumstances. These are people that you don't
can die.
see
You can die.
on TV. Like Mushala, did you know that the South African Music Awards are ran by RISA?
And we had Risa.
So you can imagine how powerful the CEO of RISA is. This is a person I have on my dial pad.
Yes, sir.
This is a person that I call to bring to Lesotho and say, this is Untlantla. Guys,
Yes, sir.
you know, brace yourselves. Ask him. Go to him. Ask for his phone number. Brahmandla. One.
Yes, sir.
South African independent record labels company.
Yes,
this
sir.
is a guy you don't see just.
Yeah.
You know, these are people that I bring here every year to say, but guys, let's have knowledge. Let's share with these guys. You know, the plans. Remember what I said? I said, okay, I'm bringing Channel O. You know, but people see it as
Yes, sir.
Ha re patadise batho, ke free.
Yeah, you don't understand.
This thing costs you around 300 to 400,000
Yes, sir.
every year.
Yes, sir.
We don't even ask for a cent.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to LNIG Horibe. Eventually,
We had a sponsor.
we had a sponsor, and I say valuable. Sometimes you just put people on Tumelo, ke the internet king, or social media marketing expert.
Yes, sir.
We had him on the conference.
Yes, sir.
Later on, LNIG put him on.
Yes, sir.
So he went on to thank SirSchaba on social media to say, if it wasn't because of the conference,
Yes, sir.
could have not got the gig.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So for me, when we see those dots, if LNIG and the breakaway sessions, they start using the talent that was brought to fore in the conference.
Yes, sir.
You know
that
what
was
I mean?
beautiful.
Too much.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, I'm sitting back, like negotiating with MTV Base and Tanilo to say, but how do we collaborate with Diamond?
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? Now I start showing the videos that,
Sir, that we
this is
did.
exactly.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what
That's
I mean?
what we do.
This is what Diamond presents.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? How do we collaborate? So the music conference, my brother, is actually meant for that. But as my passion, primarily, we want to push live music and live performance. So basically, the conference is all about unlocking opportunities for Basotho out there, because now we have a guaranteed spot in performances. And as far as Moshito is concerned, Botswana International Music Conference is concerned, Swaziland, Music Imbizo, Mahika Mahikeng. So these are partners that now we have an opportunity to start exporting Basotho talent to represent us and showcase what Basotho can do.
Yes, sir.
I know.
So next year we're going for 10 years. So we're going big, going hard.
So you can get that top 10
Yes, sir.
into the 10 years.
Oh, hell yeah.
It becomes a 10
Oh,
over 10.
hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
10 over 10.
You know.
A big shout out.
Yeah, but Honmano, honestly, we still have a lot to talk about. This is not me cutting the conversation. This is me saying to be continued, because
at least I am spotlighting to think.
no, we told you, we're just gonna have a conversation.
So
We're not
much
here
for
for controversy.
sir.
We just want to document because there are people out there who don't actually believe these things actually happen.
Yes, sir.
So you want to batho ba bone a shebedise motswadi go bona Ntate SirSchaba ke nona o khona hore a etse 1 2 and 3 and 4. Help me to link up with him. Ke patala 200 hore ke kene YME music. I can put my music.
And for the first time,
like,
I'm ready to sign 2 artists at least for next year.
You already have 2.
No, I have 1.
This one. Purple. Only purple.
Purple is a group.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
twins.
Yeah, but it's one group.
Yeah.
And yet one entity.
Yeah,
Under
it's
the
one
law,
entity.
it's just one.
Yeah, it's one entity. So I'm ready to sign. So I'm ready to sign.
Major League is one person.
I'm ready to sign.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sign 2 artists for 2025.
Yes, sir.
So I'll do everything for them.
Yes, sir.
At least I have a budget of 100K.
Yes, sir. How twan?
50 for each.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I'm really looking for talent.
Yes,
Not
Talent, pure talent.
I'm not easily deceived by numbers. Like Facebook, the TikTok.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
I know lately, but but those just like the numbers. What are numbers? Yahola, kinale, libo 1,000 followers on TikTok. Kinale Facebook in Yahoo, kinale 2,000. You know?
I think that's underrated. Yeah, Facebook, but hey, okay.
But like, why should they follow?
How can I be followed? How can I be
Why should,
followed?
like, you know what I mean? Kintu now, he's aligned with the people he needs to be aligned
Exactly.
with. It says outside of that scope. Sharp.
So, boy, Hagensa, Opulence, lesson number 3. Target their guys to sell around, let's say 2,000, 3,000 units at $200. That's 600K solid.
You alone.
No, le batho ke sebetsa.
I get it.
Le batho ke sebetsa le bona. No, ne sa babala ke tshwa ke re. Show me anyone out from Spotify this 25 million what.
Buy my music
I
for
made this
executive
much.
Yeah.
And we need to get Sanero on, hey? And we need to ask him that question because his EP.
He doesn't want to talk to us.
EP and
But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Last time.
it made millions. He had millions of streams.
Yeah, but like in terms of like, hey, there's a whole lot of conversation about ownership, who's getting the money.
We need that because his EP Sale to top 10 iTunes.
Yeah.
It has never left the top till date. It's been in the top 10 iTunes. So that means money's coming in constantly. Top 10 CDFM and whatever. That means Sambro, Spain.
The money is doing what?
We'll see.
It's coming, but I'm not sure if it's in or is it out or is it turning left. But all I'm just saying is that we need people to be a little bit transparent about what's actually happening because we need the truth. We need to pave ways. We're at a point where we are the ones who are laying the tar road. Path. So we are the ones who are supposed to be laying the tar road. So if we're still keeping the secret, this is what I'm making, this is what, and lying and doing that and doing that, it's not going to help the industry grow.
It's why hip hop only beef? Culture. So the music industry does not allow the principles of
Yes, sir. The industry, and not just the industry. Every single business model. Nobody will tell you, I went to get my diamond this way, and the diamond is situated right there. Go get it. Yes. They're probably gonna be like, okay, boy. Watch this. That's the only you know what I mean? That's the only thing they could do. That's like what we're doing. I think guidance is the right way to say it because the transparency that we're looking for doesn't exist in any industry. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. But I think that about wraps up today's episode. It's been a crazy episode.
It's a request before
Yes, sir.
But now that I'm here, I'm so much in love with the concept. I'm in love with what you do, boys. Honestly,
thank you so much.
Shoot a party. My music video should be a set on this, where we will have Cleopatra on. We shoot the music. We have a hit song. It's called "Love Is in the Air." It's with all big radio stations in SA. So I was actually looking around to when can we shoot, and we can even maybe I can't say about let's be house music, but
no, we do all.
Let's have
foundation.
Let's conceptualize because now let's start putting great minds together. Let's bring out products that we all are part of, that we all are, proud of to put there. Bro,
I
shoot that music video. Even though I say, who can tell what am I? So yeah, guys, thank you so much.
So media lab.
You know the virus.
Or did you? What do you all right,
let's roll.
All right, now we'll do it, sir. The music video.
Let's rock.
Say channel here.
So also the music video was SirSchaba. We must know that you are in.
Oh man, we gotta start looking for the prices at internet at my Kingpin.
Oh yeah,
because we'll be signing titties everywhere.
Coming.
Oh no, this is not PG. Not PG-13, guys.
Coming in hot.
All right. Thanks guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit that bell. What? That makes a thing. Thanks SirSchaba for joining us.
Go follow YME Tunes. Go follow Listen to Music Spring Conference.
Hello, my young man. Big guy. I know my little boys.
So in the description box, you'll find
his socials.
Link.
Yes,
I want us to put the link. It's your things.
Yes, the socials.
Not the socials per se.
platforms.
The app.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
App, you know,
Yes,
like
sir.
the iTunes app.
I think the Spring Music Conference,
Yeah.
YME Tunes, SirSchaba, everything.
Let's see how we partner, guys.
Yes, sir.
I would really want you guys to be part of that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
More khonang ho etsa zaga.
Yes, sir.
Let's do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Le bobe bo bonyenyana ga bosheri.
Yeah,
Yes,
lot
sir.
of YME podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Le re di lahlele le ba di stream le teng.
Yes, sir.
Ska ga isa Spotify fe.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Most definitely we'll do it.
Now let's
Even if it has to be tailor made for you guys.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
then
one.
we're on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Pull up, say jump.
Job.
And we out, baby.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
why didn't see the behind? Oh, John!